Simple signs. Define a universal and modular language. A language that connects. Why don't you also bet on this language and on the new DIGSI4, and with it, create seamless and flexible connections? DIGSI is talking XML, and you should join in.
With DIGSI4 for setting and operating CProtect protective devices, you have already settled for a product that has long been the standard for others. Now expand your possibilities one more time. Lower error frequency and cost, and increase your productivity. This is made possible with a complete XML interface for the import and export of device data, which you obtain as of DIGSI 4.8 without additional expense. The interface opens up a multitude of new applications, and you use the potential of familiar applications much better, since you can now integrate this in your workflow to your best advantage. You don't even have to think about the structure of DIGSI XML if you use it purely as an interface for exchanging data with other XML-capable software applications. Without even the slightest knowledge of XML, you derive the maximum benefit from your data resources.
Example: protective setting sheets for Excel. With our free add-in, you make spreadsheet calculation a data source for your device parameterization. You not only create new setting sheets for the different CProtect 4 devices. With this add-in, you even export data from already existing setting sheets and then import the XML code into the devices concerned. At no time do you have to re-enter the data. With a macro that is also free and specially prepared spreadsheets, you even adopt setting values from older electromechanical devices into current CProtect 4 devices in a similar manner. In future, you won't even have to type the results of a line calculation. Instead, you transfer this from the calculation program to DIGSI4 using XML. The data exchange for protective testing also profits from the XML interface. The XREO format derived from XML supports you additionally in your work with special testing systems. You archive and evaluate old test results, settings, and other information with programs for protective data management. And, as of now, pass the required data to these as XML files.
During the development and optimization process of the XML interface, Siemens is working very closely with suppliers of the XML-capable applications described, so that you, as the user, profit from the best possible workflow. But with the exchanging of data, the potential of DIGSI XML has not yet even been exhausted. So, for example, you take direct influence on the values of individual parameters, or you transfer settings of any function from one device type to another without having to retype the settings, a functionality that actually only becomes possible with DIGSI XML and contributes to the minimization of errors. For all that and more, you need a maximum of 1 hour learning time. That is because the user-oriented properties of DIGSI XML make practical use as 1, 2, 3. See for yourself.
The code is clearly structured with few levels. The contents are directly readable and understandable because all text elements of the parameterization dialog can be found again in the XML code. Comment lines even show you all permitted settings. That way, you get all the information that you need summarized in one file. The benefit for you? You change values without further information sources directly in the XML file. A simple text editor suffices. Then, you import the XML data in the DIGSI Manager back into the device, and with that, you are already at your goal.
But it can be even easier. In order to modify a single parameter value, for example, you reduce the entire XML file to one tiny code segment. The direct address of the parameter and its value is all that DIGSI4 requires in order to know what you want. Above all, you only write the XML code segment once and then import it into as many devices as you like. By the way, completely independent of the national language set in the device. So that nothing goes wrong with a subsequent importation, DIGSI4 checks the integrity of the data in 3 steps. That way you're always on the safe side. Conclusion: with DIGSI XML, your benefits are XXL. Reduced error frequency, complete security, marginal learning time, increasing productivity, and practically no costs. So what are you waiting for? DIGSI is talking XML. Join in.